Welcome to another tech video. Today we're going to be having a look at a Dell Vostro 5515. It's a business grade machine, but there's no reason why you can't be using it at home. So without further ado, let's have a look at the device and then we'll have a look inside. Okay, so let's have a look at the device itself. So inside we've got our usual Dell packaging, cardboard packaging. Not as good as some of the other manufacturers, I have to admit, but you get it wrapped in a nice little plastic cover. And then we also get our power adapter. Now this is a 65 watt power adapter with a UK plug. It comes as standard. Alright, so let's have a look at the device itself. So what we've got here is a Dell Vostro 5515 in carbon black. So it's got a sort of silver effect finish on the top, and inside we get visibility of the carbon black, and as you can see it automatically starts up when you open the lid. Let's have a look at the bezel around the screen itself. So a really thin bezel around the sides, and then at the top we've got our dual array microphones with our webcam. Now this webcam is an HD, full HD webcam. Well, I say full HD, it's 720p webcam running at 30 frames a second. Now on the top next to our dual array microphones you can see the webcam here, but we've got a little slot covering, so you've got a built-in privacy filter, which is a really nice little touch over that tiny pinpoint webcam. So let's close it down again for the moment. Let's have a look at the ports. So on the side, let's just move that up a bit. On the side we've got our power input. We've got our HDMI 1.4 slot, then we've got two USB ports. Now the first one is, this is a USB 3.2 Gen 1 port, and then next to this we've got a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type-C port with power delivery. Now this also means that because it's got power delivery, it also comes with DisplayPort mode, so you'll be able to run a speaker, you'll be able to run a display from that port as well. DisplayPort. On the other side we've got our Kensington lock slot, we've got our combined headset jack, we've got our RJ45 port. Now this is 10100 gigabit, so there's plenty of throughput on there. Which is great to see a RJ45 port on the motherboard, and we've got another USB Type A 3.2 Gen 1 port here, and our SD card reader. So the next thing we want to do is to have a look at how easy it is to get into the device itself and what the upgrade options are. So to get into the unit, you'll see a selection of screws around the outside, so you need to remove all of these screws and then the cover will come off. So the way to remove the back panel on this Dell machine is you want to remove all of the screws around the front first of all, and then the last point is to remove the screws at the back. Now the reason for that is when you undo these screws, these are hinge screws, so they're designed to actually lift the back panel up, which enables you to get easy access to start removing with a prizer tool. So let's go ahead and remove all the screws. We're going to take out the one in the center at the back first of all, because actually that will come out. It's just like a normal screw, but the back corner too will not come out. So there we go, if I show you that. So once you start unscrewing this, you can see clearly that it lifts the back corner cover up, and the same for the other side. There we go, till it clicks, and that enables you to get in with a prizer tool. Okay, so we've got a couple of different tools. Got just a standard prizer make sure that they're plastic so you don't damage the cover, and just go around and gently release the clips down the side, and the same for this side as well. Now this one, because you've got the display port, you want to be a bit more, not the display port, the graphics, the RJ45 clip here, you want to just be careful when you're removing it around this area here. So all we do is sliding it, prise tool down to the corners and just lifting it, raising it up to undo the clips. There we go. And once it releases, you can just lift the top off carefully. Okay, so this is the internals of the device itself. As you can see here, we've got our battery that runs all the way across the bottom of the unit, and we've got our battery cable that runs through the center of it. So it goes from the front edge of the battery all the way through to the main board. Okay, under here is our memory. So what we can do is we're just going to lift the corner of this flap up to show you the slot, and you can see here we've got one slot. This one will be populated with an 8 gig chip in. Now the best configuration for these devices is to put a matched pair in. So that will then, you'll be able to take advantage of dual channel memory. So 2 times 4 gig SODIMM chips, 2 times 8 gig or 2 times 60 gig, up to a maximum of 32 gig this device supports according to the manufacturer. Okay, so let's now have a look at the other options that we've got here. So we should be able to find our drive. Okay, so our drive is here under this cover. So this is an M.2, I think that's an M.2 blanking plate under there, so you can put an M.2 drive there. As you can see here, this is our Wi-Fi card, so you can't put an SSD drive into here, but you can obviously upgrade this card here. So what we've got is a 256 gig M.2 2230 M key. So this is your SSD drive. Now the M keyed slot, which is this one here, you can put a maximum of up to 2 terabytes, and you can see the 2280 port over here. So all you'd need to do is undo this screw here, remove that riser block and move it over to here to install a longer 2280 SSD drive. Let's just have a look under here to see what's available, just to make sure that it is an upgradable slot, which it is. So yes, we can install a small 2230 drive in there. Now the 2230 drive will only support 1 terabyte here. So this slot here will support a 1 terabyte SSD, and this slot over here will support a 2 terabyte SSD. So you can have a 2 terabyte SSD running your OS, and you can have a 1 terabyte for additional storage. How accurate that is, I've got no idea, but that is the purported sizing according to the Dell documentation. And then to get the device back together again, it's straightforward. Then you just pop your cover back on, clip it in at the front and the sides as far as you can, and then you want to screw the rear 2 corners down first. Once that's screwed down and everything's clipped in the right place, then it's just a matter of popping all the rest of the screws back in. So once you've got the unit all powered up, let's talk about the keyboard. So this is a backlit keyboard. Really like the feel of the keys. It's got a sort of soft touch coating on all the keys, so you get some grip on there. There's good travel. It's a quiet keyboard, and up on the top right side here you've got your fingerprint reader and power button. Trackpad is the standard trackpad, multi-touch support on there as well. And then once we're logged onto the machine itself, we can have a look at the various options. So let's open up the camera application, have a look at the quality of this. So we just accept the precise location, and as you can see, fairly good quality. Comes with a little LED light on the top so you can see when it's on. So when you want privacy, slide your privacy filter across like that and open it up again when you want to go back to being viewed, as they say. If we go up to the options at the top here, you'll be able to see 0.9 megapixel 720p camera at 30 frames a second. One of the things to mention about the screen, so this screen is a full HD 60 Hz anti-glare non-touch, and the luminance is 250 nits. So let's go back and have a look at the configuration. We do a right click and go down to properties. So the Ryzen 5 5500U with Radeon graphics, so this runs at 2.1 gigahertz with a boost up to 4 gigahertz. As you can see here, we've only got the one 8 gig stick in here. Now you can mix and match memory on this, so you can, for instance, add a 4 gig additional chip to give you 12 gig usable. You can add another 8 gig stick. As long as it's the exact same memory, then you'll get dual channel mode. You can add a 16 gig in here. You can just mix and match as you see fit. However, match pairs will give you dual channel memory, and this is PCIe up to PCIe Gen 4. As you can see here, it comes with Windows 10 Pro, and the usual Dell thing of what they do is they come and they bundle you all the usual Microsoft software, but we found it really quite annoying because they should be able to tell what country their stock is for, and therefore have builds, versions of the build software that doesn't install 5 different versions of the Microsoft 365 package. Comes in 5 different languages. We always have to go through and remove 4 of them just to get left with the EN US language. Apart from that, bloatware was kept to a minimum. We go through and obviously remove McAfee because we put our own on there. But that's really all there is to this device. It's a great little machine. Love the feel of the keyboard on it. It's a good size, 15.6 inch, high quality screen, and is fairly quick with the Ryzen 5 5500U processor. So this is a 15 watt, 6 core, 12 thread, 8 meg cache with onboard graphics. So if you found that video useful, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just want to say thanks for watching, and we'll leave a link in the description below if we can find a link to the product. Otherwise you can buy it direct from Dell. I just want to say thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.